Nobody else in here?
Oh, hey. Black Hand, yeah. Right? Come on. Ah, Black Hand side, boy.
I'm feeling the energy.
It's the three amigos.
Hey,
here, you know
what's
what I mean?
going on out there, brothers and sisters?
We can't forget.
This is the Black Hand Side Show. Once again, Professor T holding it down behind the board. On my left hand side, I got the brother.
Hey, it's your boy Colton Crush. How y'all doing out there?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing, ladies? How y'all doing, baby? In the middle, the Muslim who talks a good game.
Oh, ain't that a brother? It's Black Mean. I don't care how y'all doing out there. Okay?
Oh, yeah, cold piece of work.
I'm fired up, man.
Man, you need a hug?
No, I'm all right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Actually, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
All right.
I'm gonna feel good today.
All our brothers in the world. And finally joining us once again, our long lost brother calling in. Go ahead and tell him who you is.
Be focused, always.
Always, he's focused.
Lost he is.
Long and lost, man. He was lost, but now he's found.
I'm on my way back.
On your way back.
Hey, yes, sir. Well, it's been an interesting week, fellas. A lot of stuff has gone down. We got a lot of good topics to talk about today. Why don't we just jump right into it, because we have a lot of things going on. The world is changing as we know it, and we're talking about the problems in the black community last time. And one of the things that I know that Brother Mean, we have talked about, and actually I think all of us have talked about, is the change between the parenting methods that are allowed between people in the ways that we grew up and the way that it is now, or the way that it is perceived to be. I know that maybe 4 or 5 years ago, the running back Adrian Peterson for the Minnesota Vikings got suspended from the league for whipping his kids with a switch, which I'm sure anybody who's from the South or the Midwest, for that matter, knows what a switch is, and may have even gotten a whipping or two from a switch. Has anyone here taken a whipping from a switch before?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Raise mine.
All right.
I had to go pick it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you
That's
pick
the cold part.
if you picked the wrong one, they make you go back and get a whistler.
Yeah, look, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to say, the switch had to go. Whew.
Yep. If you don't try to pick that soft green one, that's your ass.
Ooh.
Go back and get another one. Be focused. You ever caught one from a switch before?
And my switches, extension cords, man. You know, I got the whole gamut. Race car track.
You know that.
Hey, man. Hey, you sound like a real slave. Hey,
it went down.
Yeah, I was a real slave too.
All right. So that leads us to our question, our first question of the day, right? So, you really saw a polarization in America behind what happened a couple years back with Adrian Peterson, and Charles Barkley, of all people, responded by saying he doesn't know what the problem is, because everyone in the South and everyone where he grew up with, that was a normal thing, black, white, whatever. And of course, you know, have people that want to push for the safety of kids, which I understand. You're pushing for the safety of kids, but you know, I was raised spared a rod, spoiled a child. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch a lot of whoopings, but I only needed 1 or 2, and then Pops just had to give me that look, and then we ain't had to do much more after that. So the question we're getting at today is, one, if you have kids, or if you, well, I guess y'all have kids. I ain't got no kids, but do you believe in whipping your children? Do you believe in timeouts? What do you think the preferred method of discipline is? Secondly, how do you think America perceives whipping your kids and the people that you know? Do you think it's a pertinent thing to raise a healthy kid, or is it time we try something else?
I'm gonna say this just before we start. Dame, I see you on Facebook tuned in live.
Yes,
You're
sir.
late. I'm docking your pay.
Docking your pay.
I just have to say that first. Docking your pay. Would you like to go first, Colton?
No. You take it, brother. You take it.
Do I believe in whipping kids? Absolutely, I believe in whipping kids. I don't believe in abusing kids. There's a big difference. And I believe that each kid is different. I think that each kid needs to be whooped accordingly. Like, you know what I mean? So, some don't need to be whooped all the time. They just be touched up a little bit every once in a while. You know what I mean? According to the punishment. And some you can just talk to. There's some people, they say, man, I just whoop him all the time and it doesn't work. That's when it was like, okay, if whooping's not working, obviously it's a different method for that kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying every kid needs to be whooped. But I'll say this. From when we grew up to now, if I was to use the same methods on my kids that was used on me, which was fine. You know, I ain't never been to prison. I ain't never been to jail. I've been whatever. You know, my parents raised me right. But if I did that now, my son would need therapy. You know what I mean? They would be crushed. Like it's like, and it like, I'd be in jail. Everybody be in jail. So it's like, I don't know. Like,
at what age? What age would you say you would stop then?
What do you mean stop whipping?
Is there an age?
I mean, I think each person or child comes to a logical, you know, mindset where you could talk to them and you don't have to just whoop them anymore. But it's like, you know, I mean, after I stopped catching the belt, my parents started punching. You know what I mean?
True,
like, you know, if it was needed. So, and I don't take that as abuse. So that's another thing. Like people these days, they'll take that as abuse. They'll be like, your mom should have did that. You know, she hit you. But I mean, my mom and dad never hit me when I didn't need it. Yeah. And like me and Colton Crush was saying on the way over here, Professor T, I think there's a time and place that everybody should be hit. You know what I mean? Or can, you know what I mean, deserves to get hit. I mean, I'm not saying like, you know, everybody deserves to get violently attacked, but I mean, sometimes, you know what I mean? Bow.
I mean, I personally feel like, as far as whoopings go, I think it's situational. In all honesty, from start to finish, really. If the kid can comprehend what they did, if they had those intentions of being mean, so to say, then you need to nip it in the bud right then and there, so to say. But you know, if it's a situation where they were ignorant, they didn't know what they was doing, you know, I think that's one of those situations where you got to talk to them, explain to them that this is not right. You know, you just can't continue just to keep hitting kids and beating on kids. Like from our era where we grew up, you know, that's a common thing. You knew you was getting a whooping, you do something wrong. But I see some parents take it too far, you know, where they just whipping them all the time for anything.
Okay, but at the same time,
and how you should whoop them too. Don't whoop them when you mad or angry at them.
Okay,
too.
but at the same time,
yeah.
Okay, me and you did a lot of stuff together as kids.
Right.
There was stuff that we saw and we would like.
Don't talk about that one time.
I was saying, there's stuff that we saw before we did it, and our reaction was, "Oh, wait a minute, that's gonna be a whooping."
Yeah.
Feel me? We would look at it, we would stop ourselves. Oh, wait a minute, that's gonna be a whooping. So we would evaluate.
Correct.
Are we willing to risk a whooping? Do we want to do this that bad? We knew that was very much that consequence was very much a possibility. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like kids these days, it's not that they don't know it's a possibility, but they know they could get help about it. Or you can't do that.
But see, I think that undercuts the parents' authority. I agree with you first and foremost. I believe in whipping the kids. I think sometimes it's absolutely necessary. I think it really depends on the personality of the kid too, because I think some kids, they're going to push you to that limit. You got to whoop them. Some kids, you can look at them sternly and they really legitimately feel bad and understand the dynamic of what's going on. But I think that ultimately the attitude adjustment is the key. But now let me say, I see kids now in certain capacities and they're coming in with the timeout stuff going on, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, I feel like, first and foremost, I feel like the timeout method would never have worked for me. Go to your room. I wanted to go to my room. Send me cool. I'm going to my room. You know what I mean?
And jumping out the window.
I ain't jump out no window.
Okay,
I mean, saying I go to the room. I'm chilling. You know, now if I can't go outside, got to go to your room. That's a different story. That one hurt too. You know what I'm saying? The kids don't go outside anymore. We talked about that a couple weeks back. But I'm saying that the timeout, sit down, think about what you did, come rejoin, kumbaya. May work for the others, but it don't work for the brothers.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why though, because first of all, I didn't hear that word growing up. Timeout. The
word was a football game.
The word was punishment, and there's psychology in that word. You know what I'm saying? Because when you was on punishment, I mean, come on, bro. You know what? You go to church, like, hey man, so what's up, man? We kicking it after church? Nah, man. I'm on punishment. It was like, doom, doom, doom. You on punishment? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like devastating. Like, man, you on, yeah, man, you on punishment.
Me on punishment. Don't even ask.
Yeah. Hey, oh yeah.
Don't even ask.
Hey, my mama come up and let the whole crew know. Hey, he on punishment. Don't even. He on punishment. Don't none of y'all even think about coming over and talking. You know, so it was a different thing. Now kids, you're on timeout. I'm fine.
Got your timeout. I'm gonna take this iPad and go to my room. I hate you.
You feel me? Get my tablet.
But where does that stem from, though? You know, you ought to really think about that, because if those parents now, they are age, so what went wrong?
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you
that it didn't get passed on, so to say, or is it more so the laws?
I don't know where it went, where people think that their child needed a break. You need a timeout.
Well, see, that's
I think it went wrong when people started thinking that they had to be trained to be parents instead of just having it be instinctual. You know what I'm saying? When they think that they need parenting books or parenting classes or parenting, whatever the case may be, you know, because to me, it's
those magazine moms.
A good parent knows their children well enough to know if a whooping would work or if a whooping won't work.
But I'll say this though. Let me cut you off real quick, because I don't know about y'all, but I know some things that my parents did to me. I realize now as a parent, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna handle my situation like that. You know, for whatever it was. You know, there's some things that you take from your parents that you're like, you know what? Yeah, that was good. You know, I needed that. It taught me this. I learned that lesson from it. But some things I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna parent that way.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, because, you know, well, I mean, Bub, go ahead, finish your point.
So the instinctual thing, that's what I'm questioning. Because
be focused.
There ain't no blueprint to it, being a parent. It's just hard.
Yeah, be focused.
That's my point. And once you have a child, if everything that you do for that child is from a point of wanting that child to get better, in my view, it's okay to make some mistakes, because every parent's gonna make mistakes. But when you try to put your child in a box that you've gotten from a training,
right?
You know what I'm saying, or try to put all these different trainings together that you've gotten to try to raise your child, that the trainings came from a statistics or whatever people got from a child that probably don't look like yours in the first place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you put all these trainings together, and now you've damaged your natural ability to parent. You know what I mean? Because to me, I believe that once you have a child, God gives you ability to parent. You know what I mean? If He allows you to have a child, then He gives you the ability to be a parent. Now, whether or not you make good decisions, that's something different. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I think that once you start bringing all these different elements into your parenting, that's when the parenting breaks down, because you stop doing it out of love and you start doing it out of what you think others may say or what others are doing or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Instead of what works best for your child. And,
right.
And as far as whooping, I believe in whooping, but I also believe whoopings don't work for every child.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Because to me, to be honest, I used to be like, yeah, shoot, I'd rather take a whooping. The whoopings don't last too long. You know what I'm saying? To me, because I used to
well, that goes back to what I said about evaluating the situation. You know, you evaluate the situation, like, am I willing to take that whooping? You know what I mean? And so, but when you talk about instinct, I want to add something to that. Those of us that have had children, you know, when your child comes out and you've seen it, how the child automatically just attached to the breast. They weren't taught how to do that. You feel me? So it's like the instinct, you know, instinct goes both ways. You know, your instinct to, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when you see your child doing something, you know what I mean? The way you react and stuff like that. That's why I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's things that, like anybody who knows me, I can't stand vomit. I don't want to be around anybody who's about to vomit, look like they're about to vomit, anything. But when my children have done that on me, by me, whatever, you know what I mean? My instinct was to just see how my child was doing, and it doesn't even bother me. You see what I'm saying? So that instinct thing is like, I agree with you. You know what I mean? It's like it's really not. It's not something you can be taught. You know what I'm saying? It's something you have to really like go through. It's like, it's a trial and error situation.
Yeah, but you gotta have the right intention too.
Yeah,
that's the key. That's the key.
Yeah.
Your intention while you parent. Now, if your intention is just you out of anger and you want to just it ain't from a place that you try to make sure that your child grows. You know what I mean? Then of course whatever you do is I don't think will work. But if it comes from a point of understanding and I want to even if it's a whooping, it should be followed by a conversation. That used to be the worst part of whoopings to me was the talk after.
Right. Unless you're catching that whipping while they talking, didn't I tell you to?
But you have to learn something if you gonna hit me, at least teach me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I do my kids. If you getting hit, there's gonna be first of all you're gonna understand why you got hit, and then you're gonna understand after the reason that you got hit again. You know what I'm saying? So it's a clear understanding of this is why I got hit, and if I do this, I'm gonna get hit again. But with all that said, it's tough for me to hit my daughters because I'm who they look to as a man. So once they get to a place where they find their own men, then if he hit her, does he love her too? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a tough situation there. So I have to be sensitive to that aspect of it too as they get a little older.
I agree. And see, here's the thing. I think you're spot on with the dynamic because I think it has to come from a place of communication and it has to come from a place of love because I think a lot of times what happens is you get angry people that just are tripped out in their own day or their own life and they can be damn near abusive trying to get their frustration out on the kid. So I don't think you can't whoop someone out of anger. We're going to continue our talk about family dynamics because we have a couple of extension questions to go along with it. But moving along, we are now up for...
No, that's out, man.
That's out, man.
So what we got on the topic for today? Black Mean.
That's right, man. We got some interesting topics today, and that's out, and I want to start with something. It's been bothering me, you know what I mean? And
what's on your mind? What's on your mind, brother?
We talked about this earlier, Colton Crush, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, say my name correct, man.
Put
some respect on it, man.
Respect on it.
I
apologize, because I'm just bothered right now, okay?
Okay.
I'm
Speak your
beside
mind.
myself. This is the first thing that's out. Dog parks. All right?
No, that's out,
out,
man.
okay? Dog parks. Why do dogs have parks? Okay? I don't understand this, okay? I had to approach nice Caucasian woman. I approached her. I said, "Excuse me, miss." I said, "Why do they have dog parks?" And she looked at me and said, "Well, because they have to go play with their friends."
Yeah, they gotta socialize, man.
That's out, man.
They gotta
that's
socialize,
out,
man.
okay?
I don't agree with that,
She
man.
came to me, like, she looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what do you mean?
Hey, the dogs got
They have
homies
that-
too, man.
Okay,
The
now.
dogs got homies too, man.
Yeah.
Dogs got homies too.
Colton Crush,
Hey,
Colton Crush been
I ain't
over
with
there.
that South.
He been over there.
I ain't with it.
He been over there living with them dogs too long. You know what I mean? All right, he over there.
I'm just saying though.
I know. I know you over there with
Let
them
me
dogs.
jump in though. Let me jump
What's
in.
the dog, Bella?
So would you say dogs are living being? They got their own personalities? Would you agree to that?
Dogs ain't got no
Animals.
damn homies, okay?
Animals.
Listen,
Do they have their own personality?
But I'm
Are they
saying
living beings?
they don't need to be having
individualized. They can make as much decisions
It's a
as they
waste
can within
of
their
the
own self.
taxpayer money.
I'm just saying, brother. They want to kick it. They want to kick it with the homies.
People
You know what I'm
really
saying?
be like
And there's another good benefit to it as well. Is you got to socialize these dogs, otherwise they might be acting a fool.
Professor
They don't
T,
know
I'm
how to
sorry.
hang out with other
I just
dogs.
been passing.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
has been bothering me, man.
But this is where let me jump in. This is what too.
Get in on
it.
him. Be focused. Get him.
No.
Oh, you ain't with me?
I don't understand. So
You ain't with me this time?
No.
Switch sides, okay?
If I'm at the dog park with my dog,
Yep.
and my dog is aggressive, right?
Yeah.
He an animal.
Your dog
He
don't
bite-
need to be there if he aggressive.
He
need to train
bites
him.
your dog.
No, you need to train him.
now my dog in trouble because I took him to the dog park.
But see, that's just like parenting. That's just like parenting. If you know your kid, if you know your kid is a certain way, you're supposed to train them up.
Be focused.
Train them up.
You know what argument you use when you go to court? This is what you use. Since people say that they take them to play with their friends, you say, hey, they just officer. They had a fight at the park. It's just a little fight at the park. They were friends. They're just friendly. They're just kids. They were friends. You know what I'm saying? Since they want to treat it like that. It's crazy, man. Hey, that's the first. That's out. Okay, dog parks. Okay, so wasting taxpayer money. All right,
yeah, that's that. Whatever happened to the doghouse, man?
Now, what happened to the dog?
Keep the dog outside, let him run around.
The dogs are
dogs
out.
can't socialize with the other dogs. Y'all ain't right.
Need to go outside.
Hey, the doghouse left with the small when the small backyards came in. Dog parks had to come, man.
Man, I'm sticking up for the dogs, man. All right. Hey, Peter.
Look,
ain't trying to jack the man's ass out, man. But let me ask this: did you let the dog in the house to sleep on the couch and in the bed with you, man?
Nah, man. That's out.
No,
that's
the dog is still a dog to me, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the dog park and all that, but the dog's still a dog to me. The dog's supposed to be outside, protect.
I grew up, the dog stayed outside.
Okay, I got to say this, man. I got to get serious for a second about this. All I'm gonna say is this, okay? They put the man Mike Vick in jail for
killing a dog.
Right? But you know what I'm saying? The white man, killed Oscar Grant with his cuffs on. It shot him in cold blood in the back on tape
and
got less time. So I'm just saying, black man's life less than a dog. The dogs, that's out. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing. All right.
No, that's out, man.
See, everybody got quiet.
I can't say nothing against that, man. I can't
everybody got quiet. Look. Okay.
You talking about everybody? You talking about Colton Crush?
That's my dog.
That's my dog. Hey, now listen. The second that's out. Okay, it's for all you sucker butt, buster, punk love boys and lover girls. Okay, we're gonna talk about Valentine's Day because I get upset. I'm still upset about it. That's out. Okay.
No, that's out, man.
They projected that $18.2 billion.
Good Lord.
Was spent this year on Valentine's Day, including $2 billion on flowers, $4 billion on jewelry, the rest being on clothes and other gifts and going out to eat, restaurants and stuff like that. $18.2 billion in one day. Okay, that's out. All right.
You sound like a good business day.
I'm saying. I mean, look. I'm saying.
Call me Cupid.
Look, bro. There's a business. I'm sorry. I apologize. It slipped my mind, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They sell big ass teddy bears every year.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're custom made, big ass, life size teddy bears. They sell just for Valentine's Day, and they make millions of dollars in this one day for a custom made damn teddy bear.
Because we consumers, man. We consumers.
Who buys their chick?
Not me.
A teddy bear that says her name on it or says
Mrs. Crush might got one, but I ain't got one.
See, look at you, low blows. Okay,
I'm just asking.
Low blows, man.
Ain't low blows.
I said it.
You just said you was a consumer, man. You wanted to buy a bear.
Americans are consumers. Let me get that correct. Americans
I'm
are. I'm with you on that, Sal.
You're right.
I'm with you on that, Sal, because
Okay.
I think if you really love your girl, that should be 365.
But my
Okay,
man,
It shouldn't be no special
you
day
might
that
buy
you're
the
supposed to be
bear.
doing that.
You might buy the bear.
No,
right?
I ain't buying the
But
bear.
I'm saying
Don't
even if you did,
try to
right?
put that on me.
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying,
buying the bear, man.
Even if you did,
Man, let's get it right, man. I ain't the one buying the bear, man.
even if you did it, right? Professor T
Yeah.
was late cuddling like a bear.
Jake Cutler.
You feel me? Jake Cuddle.
Now, first
he was
off-
Jake cuddling like a bear.
First
you know
off,
what I'm saying?
I was
That's
at
why
the gym.
Oh, here
Second
we
of
go.
all,
Here we
y'all
go.
showed up after me.
Professor T.
What you talking about tonight?
Y'all showed up after me. So first off, okay, let's keep it trill.
Oh,
Hold
here
on.
we go.
Let's keep it trill all the way.
Here
Let's
we
keep it trill
go.
100%.
Look.
Okay, so
segment
you
ain't
in there
got the
looking,
segment. Hey, look.
superstar posing to the
No,
camera.
no. I'm seeing who's. I'm watching. I'm seeing what Dame's saying.
Okay, so let's talk about this for real though, because we talking about this is some real. Valentine's Day.
No, that's out, man.
That's out.
I'm with you. So let's keep it real though. Okay, on 100. Now don't try and front on it.
Well, no.
What did you do, Colton Crush? We're gonna go everybody. What'd you do this Valentine's Day for whoever you had?
You starting with me?
The last Valentine's. Okay,
Colton Crush.
Black Mean. Let's go with Black Mean then. Black Mean. What'd you do Valentine's Day for your woman?
I will say cero.
Cero. Pobrecita.
Nada.
All right.
But you and your wife gotta understand it, though.
But
about
I'm saying like this.
day.
I feel like this.
Right.
If I try to do something for my woman all the time, then why should I spend one day trying to? You know what I'm saying?
That's my reasoning
You know
too.
what I mean?
Actually,
And then
I like
this,
that.
and
We
then
think
for,
alike, brother.
And so it's like I'm looking. I told her straight up. I told her almost 20 years ago. Like, would you rather me treat you good one day or all the time? And that's it. And she understands consumerism and all that. You know what I'm saying? She power to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get down.
Power to the people.
With my little man.
You know what I mean?
People,
you know, so you know. Oh, you know, they get down. You know, they get down. So, but I'm saying like this. I think that a lot of dudes fall into the trap where because they be running around scrambling, bro. They have to get their chicks. If they don't get their chicks up, they're in trouble. That'll be like
I know a couple of them.
Like what do you mean? Like how can a woman tell you that there's no day of the year she don't get you? If a woman don't get you something on your birthday, she ain't in trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. So let's go down the line just for the sake of time here. Be focused. How you feel about it? What did you do for your Valentine's Day?
It's been the same for me for forever. It's been right together. We never have, never will. You know.
You just gonna say your wife's name live on there? Okay.
Hey, we'll edit that to Mrs. Focus.
Yeah. It just we never celebrated.
You know why?
It just Valentine's Day was just it never was a day that we celebrated. You know.
You know why? Because y'all belong together.
Yeah, you know, so it was just another day. So all I did was came home from work.
Okay,
that's what I did for. I went to work and came home.
And that's good enough.
I got one more thing, and that's out. You know what I'm saying? Real fast for y'all. You know what I mean? So we could keep it moving. Okay, listen here. I got a segment that's out. This is very sketchy. Now y'all gonna agree with me? Okay. That it's called the black sellout, and we putting them out the black race every time. Okay, on that out, right?
Who getting put out today?
See, the black race can't afford you no more.
Steve Harvey is out.
Steve lost his car.
Yeah,
No, that's out, man.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey got to get on pass remote.
No trade?
Yeah, he's out. He's in between teams right now because the white folks ain't picked him up yet.
Okay.
So yeah, they ain't picked his contract up right. You know what I mean? Because Trump quite didn't want him. Because they found out, they said, wait a minute, this nigga's from Glenville, Cleveland. Can't trust him. They said, hey, wait a minute. We said, we didn't know the nigga was from Cleveland. They said, wait a minute.
Put out the bill, huh?
They said, wait a minute.
Man.
They said, that's where Don King is. They said, we can't trust that. He said, don't trust them new niggas over there. You know, so that's our first black sellout. That's out. Why
you saying he be a sellout though?
Can you throw Chris Carter in there with
Why you a sellout?
No, that's out, man.
Hey, he can go in the next one. Be focused.
What do you say?
He did Chris Carter, man. We'll deal with him when he comes. With Steve Harvey,
I got a list of them.
my fellow Ville brother, he got your ghetto pass revoked.
Out.
They named the block after him though.
Say why? You ain't gonna say why he out?
He's out because
he following Trump. He said he wanted
he said
Trump.
He's with Trump. He don't care what black people say. He's gonna help and everything. Steve Harvey.
The black race can't afford you no more.
I'm not trying to hear.
I'll say this. Let me come in then. Let me bounce on the other side then.
Oh, here we go, Colton.
Hey, would you rather not have anybody up there representing us?
Would you rather have Steve Harvey represent you?
Rather have Steve.
I mean, you gotta have somebody.
He didn't go get nobody real. He went and got a comedian.
I'm just saying, brother. Would you rather he got some other white billionaire that don't give a fuck about the community? Possibly. Like this is what we can do to Steve Harvey. Think about it seriously. He don't go up there and he don't represent right. Fuck his brands up. Everybody stop watching his shows. Stop buying his suits, his books. Man. Hit him where it hurt.
It don't matter because you know why? Because first of all, black men already don't watch his shows. How many black men you know watch Family Feud?
Bro, I'm just talking about black people.
How many black men? I'm saying how many black men you know bought that book?
Hey, but he knew that when he started that. He just LL Cool J'd him. But
his targeted audience wasn't males.
His audience is white people and black women.
Yeah, so that's where the black women need to hit him at.
That was his target in the first place.
But I'm saying no, black women, you know, they always make an excuse for a black celebrity. You know what I mean? Some won't, but a lot of them will. He trying.
Well, that's when you call him out, though. Straight up. That's what we heard him. You don't do right by us, then you hit his pockets. And I'm talking to all my black sisters out there, the beautiful black women.
What's that other show got? Don't he got like a Dr. Phil show? Type. Like,
yeah.
Steve Harvey show.
Oh, Steve Harvey show is what's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the brother from Glenville, we are one less because your ghetto pass has been revoked by the brother Black Mean on the sellout section.
Steve Harvey, look out. I'm going to be watching you, Steve Harvey. I'm
No,
watching
that's
you.
out, man.
That's out.
I'm watching you.
He's
man.
out of there.
I'm watching you.
He's out.
He's
I'm
out.
watching.
All right, we
Give me
bringing it
chance.
back. We bringing it back. We bringing it back. So we talking about whipping kids today on That's Out. Now we're going to continue with our second half of the topic, but it's remotely. It's not remotely. It's closely related. So our second half of this, which I'm gonna introduce it in an interesting way, and I'll let Brother B Focus expand on what he wanted to say about this particular topic. But we were talking whipping kids earlier. We all receive whipping kids, whippings as kids. Now let me ask you guys a question: is it different? A, is it different catching a whipping from your mother than your father? B, if you grow up in a household with no father, does the mother's whipping still have the same impact as in a household with the father? So I'm going to let B Focus handle it because B Focus was really on the single mothers. He had a lot to say about this when we were dialoguing before. So I'll let you expand your thoughts on it. But go ahead and shoot first with the answer there, B Focus. What do you think?
The question is, do I think does the whoopings have as much impact?
Well, first and foremost, do you think that a whooping from your mother had the equal, lesser, or greater impact than your father's whoopings? Secondly, do you think in a household with just a single mother and no father, do you think that that the whippings have the same impact as they would in a household with the father?
As I look back on it in my life, I've never been whooped by a man. Now, I've been punched by a few uncles, but I've never had a whooping by a man. And like I was talking about earlier, was my mom would whoop me, right? And she whooped me a lot, you know what I mean? But actually, let me take that back. I have been whooped by one of my uncles before when I was young. But only once or twice.
I had a hard time believing that one. I was just like, I was like, man,
he had a concussion. Got that concussion.
What I will say is, it's not none of the uncles that you guys know. Only the uncles that y'all know are the ones that might have punched me because they were too young and they was in the mix anyway. If you think about how old they are, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't whooping age. You know what I mean? They was kids themselves.
Well, one of your uncles was too much of a player.
My other uncle was so old that he was already gone. You know what I'm saying? By the time I had got old enough, he was gone. But when I did go live with my uncle in Oklahoma when I was 5 and 6, I got a whooping by him once or twice, maybe.
Hold on, Papa never whipped you?
No, nope,
What?
never. I never got a whooping by my papa in my life. Only the men that were in my life have only like hit me. You know what I mean? I've gotten punched in the chest, slapped in the chest and stuff, but I've never gotten just a whooping. The only whoopings I've gotten has been from my mom or my aunt.
So you can't really, then you don't really know the difference.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I will say is I didn't test them either to make them, because they would have whooped me. You know what I'm saying? They
Who's
would've.
they? Who you speaking
But I
of?
didn't.
When you say
My
that?
uncles.
Okay.
My uncles, or you know what I'm saying? They would have, or pops, he would have, but I didn't test them like I did the women. You know what I'm saying? So when they were around, I would do things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I would catch a whooping. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that's concerned, I can't really tell you what.
Okay, let me ask this then. If you can't use it as an example, let me ask this: in your household, do your children fear a whooping from you or Mrs. Focus more?
From me, and I probably whoop all three of my kids. I probably could give on one hand how many whoopings I've given them, all three of them together. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I don't have to. You know what I mean? And that was kind of my point. Like my mom earlier when I was talking about my mom, I'd rather take a whooping. By the time I got to a certain age, my mom's whoopings was like, shoot. You know what I mean?
You ain't to worry about it.
Yeah, I wasn't really tripping. She hit me with something for a little while, but shoot, moms and sons have a relationship where in most instances, their emotions don't allow them to fully just go in on them unless they just abusing their child. You know what I'm saying? That now you'll get a whooping and it'll be a pretty good whooping, but they get emotional as they whoop you,
mama's
and so
boy.
they start to be like, oh man, and they start to ease up on you too. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, not my mom. My mom's emotion was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But
Like that.
Be focused, knew how to.
Like that.
you saying that, but even your mom was. You know what I'm saying? Even your mom was.
But I'm saying,
We've
I just
known
think
you
that
long enough to know your mom had she hard, but she soft too.
I know, but
You know what I'm
my
saying?
mom was a unique situation. That's why I always try to like think of that. She was the only girl. She had 7, 8 brothers, so she was just used to dealing with men. So her sympathy's not going to be like the regular woman. She didn't seen that. You know what I mean? So you ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't hurt. My mom had to see more pain.
So who'd you fear then? Your mom's or your pops, black man?
That's why I'm over here trying to struggle with that question. Like, who did I fear whipping for more?
You might be a special occasion though, man.
Yeah.
Your
Because-
mom's tough as nails, man.
Yeah, it's like, so it's like,
But you know what though? Y'all say that, but Miss Phillips ain't. She? Yeah, I mean, sorry, we edit
That's
that out.
Mama me,
But
yep.
Yeah, she ain't that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't who I got when I've known her for all these years. You know what I'm saying?
you started
she was tough.
when we was
She
you wasn't.
tough, but she didn't. She wasn't like,
Well, see,
I don't
be
know.
focused.
She
This is
was-
the thing.
she was cool
you
to
you
me,
were
you know what I
you
mean?
were
To me.
when me and you started like going real super tough. I was past whooping stage. See, now Colton Crush was around me in whooping stage, so
Yeah.
he remembers my mom sitting on the second pew of the church, turned around, and her mouth was saying, "I'm gonna whoop you. You getting a whooping." You know,
Yep.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And
Tuxedo.
and like, oh, here you go. Hey, look, so my mom was, she got different. Our relationship had changed by the time I got to be a teenager. You know what I'm saying? It was like, she was trying to, it was just a different, it was a different relationship. My brother had moved out by the end and stuff like that. So, but when I was in the whipping stage, I don't know, it was different. She would come. I mean, I don't know. My dad's fear was different because he was a military man, so we was more scared of like, this little buff dude coming in flexing on it. It was like, but we knew he wasn't gonna whoop us though. He didn't ever whoop us like that. My dad whooped me maybe once, twice in my life like that, but I still feared. I feared just that his capabilities and the possibilities. I think what I mean. Like with my mom, we just feared how much it was gonna hurt. Like, man, it's finna hurt because she finna go hard. Like, but my pops, it was like man, it might be over. You know what I mean? Like yeah, he could really like hurt me. Like,
might lose and
like
put you under.
Yeah, like so.
It might
I
snap.
still think that the fear from the father is just more. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I'll chime in on this.
Yeah.
I was raised by my mother. My father was barely there. I mean, barely. But I was raised by my uncles as well. They had a big influence. I got a big family. So, in particular, one of my uncles, I won't say his name, but everybody know who I'm talking about.
man.
Yes, sir. But, as a youngster, he disciplined me. But he disciplined all of us. He took the role as, hey, if you with them and they get in trouble, all y'all in trouble. So whenever hanging out with my cousins, I got knucklehead cousins, so somebody.
When he say all of us,
something.
he means anybody that was around.
I'm talking about we running a pack of like 8 to 10 of us, and he whooping all of us in the house. Everybody getting a whooping, even if you was just standing there, even if you wasn't even involved in it, you was getting a whooping. But so that's why I related in the sense I did have somewhat of a father figure there, but I agree. My mom, I wasn't intimidated as her as much as I would say my uncle.
Yeah.
Like if she was gonna say my uncle was gonna talk to me, oh man, but I learned quick though. My uncle taught me quick. I'm a quick learner. you know, and I understood pain quick, you know. So hey, whenever my cousins was getting about to do something stupid, I already knew. I said, man, I'm going home. I'm keeping real.
I'm gonna tell y'all right
doing
now,
something stupid, I'm done. I'm out.
Colton Crush is famous for I am going home. Hey man,
Hey, if you'd have known my uncle's the pain, hey, I'll keep it real.
Man,
I wasn't
man.
trying to see that.
We'd be like,
I wasn't
hey
trying
man,
to see that.
we'd be like, hey, let's go back over there. I'm going home.
I'm going home, man.
I'm going home. Yeah.
I keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
But see, listen, and then now let me ask you this: your uncle,
Yeah.
it was listen. There's a whole bunch of girls in your family, so
Yep.
they was getting whooped too, right?
Yeah.
So let me go back to that. I want to go back to what B Focus was saying. I just have to go back to this point when he was talking about not being able to whoop your daughters because you have to be an example for.
Wait, no, I didn't say I didn't whoop them. I said that I have to tread lightly on that. I have to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? It's situational.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's
all right. I'm
situational.
glad you corrected me on that because I had written down.
And then once they get to a certain age, you know what I'm saying? Then I won't. You know what I mean? But now my youngest daughter, she's 3. Oh, she get into it. She getting her ass whooped.
Yeah. Okay.
My oldest daughter, she passed that time. You know what I'm saying? Because now I need to show her how a woman is supposed to be treated and things of that nature from her father, so she knows how to pick the right man when she get out.
Okay,
you know
I'm glad you corrected me.
That's what I meant by that.
Okay, I'm glad
But
you corrected me.
they still can get it now.
Okay. I'm glad you corrected me on that because I was gonna say, like you said, when you said about her, you don't want her husband here. I was like, what? I said, what he going? He go, I'll pull my belt off. It's not a same kind of, you know what I mean. But I'm glad you corrected me though. I'm glad you corrected me.
It's not, but it's psychological too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily the belt. It's just the act of
And
getting hit.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Colton, Crush, speak on. I'm not cutting y'all off, but there's another side to whooping. Speak on the story you sent me earlier in the week in Paradise, California.
Paradise, California.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some information on it exactly, but it's a family out in Paradise, California. From my understanding, they had several kids that they adopted, and they followed the rules of this book. There's a book that someone had put out about Raise Up a Child. Yeah, correct. Thank you. But in that book, it teaches you how to discipline your children with the basis of Christianity's.
Yeah, now they're a strict Christian-based sect.
Yeah.
I almost thought they was Muslim. I said they got on hijab. I said they got on hijab. I said, but you know, it was a strict Christian sect, and they followed the preacher and his wife who wrote out of Tennessee.
Yes.
Who wrote the books? They have a lot of books. They had Raise Up a Child, that Spare the Rod.
Yeah.
They had a few more books, but basically they're taking Bible passages and saying, you know what I mean, justifying,
justifying, and then whatever action you had equals so many lashings, so to say. And they beat a child to death, a black child, white couple, and they had black and white kids, right? Is that correct?
All right. So Lydia Schatz was a 7-year-old American child of Liberian origins who was killed by her adoptive parents in an attempt to discipline her. Kevin and Elizabeth Schatz live in Paradise, California. They claim to follow the teachings about child discipline of the No Greater Joy Ministries, which is a fundamental Christian organization. And in 2007, they adopted Lydia along with 2 other children from Liberia. In the same year, Kevin Schatz also talked about his love for children in an interview on NBC 24. They homeschooled their 6 biological children and their 3 adopted children. So they had 6 biological children and 3 adopted children from Liberia. On February 5th, 2010, actually, Lydia received a forceful and numerous whippings with a 1/4-inch plastic tubing. She was held down for 9 hours by Elizabeth and beaten dozens of times by Kevin on the back of her body, causing massive tissue damage. And she's being disciplined for apparently mispronouncing a word. She died in the hospital the next day.
I say Kevin Schatz and his wife are some crackers. Hey, yeah, I said it. And they beat her with an iron rod, bro. You know what I mean? Like they really took the rod thing like serious. Like, You know what I mean? They were using like a pipe from plumbing,
Yeah.
like a rod, like a iron, and
It was-
beating.
I seen the body too. It was sad, man. It
Bro,
was sad.
I saw the body of the one that lived.
Yeah, her too.
Did you see the one that lived? Like, I
Man.
could not believe that. I said, now that's abuse. That is not disciplining a child. That's abusing a child. And I have a problem with these white parents adopting African children and abusing them. You know what I'm saying?
I got a problem with these white parents adopting black children like it's like a status symbol. Like Madonna got 2 of them, Angelina Jolie got 1, Sandra Bullock. It's like I'm gonna drop. With it. Come here, little nigga, baby.
Hey, come here, little nigga, baby. Hey, look, my thing is this though. Sandra Bullock is funny, right? She was married to a known racist.
Jesse J.
Right, so I guess she divorced him and said, "I'm gonna get me a little nigger baby. So look at me." You know what I mean? Named him Louis after Louis Armstrong. Named him Louis.
But look about that story.
That a bitch.
What does that say about, because they was following that book. So what does that say about what they were mentally ingesting into their heads?
Look,
the power of that book.
I won't blame Christianity because I know people go and misinterpret biblical or Quranic text all the time, and they want it to be whatever they want it to be. I think that, you know what I'm saying, like did you see the preacher from Tennessee and his wife? There are these little people on this little farm, this little weird farm, and they're in the middle of nowhere.
No touch of reality.
No touch of reality. Just writing books, and people are out there grabbing these books like, oh yeah, and it goes back to what Be Focused said about people not parenting on instinct and parenting with books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Be Focused, you hit that on the nail, man.
Right on, brother.
Remember when I see you, man, to give you a cookie, brother.
Right on. Well, seems like it's a
Appreciate it.
difference.
I like cookies, man.
Hey, what kind of cookies you like, brother? Don't mention the brand names on the show, man. We don't want no
Chocolate
sponsors.
chip.
Chocolate chip. There we go.
Well, I prefer the delivered to my door shortbread kind. You know what I'm talking
all
about?
right, okay, brother. You know what I'm saying?
With my latte.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Blueberry scone. He got his kids doped out on blueberry scones, man.
Hey, man, now see, don't start talking about my children, man.
Yeah,
Know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about their father. I ain't talking about your children.
Talking about my
Well,
children.
I think we can all agree that there's cultural differences, obviously, within the way that we see raising kids, just with discipline factors. And this is clearly an example of, taking it a little bit too far. I believe in whipping kids, but the whipping has to match the punishment. Even
True,
if it's like
true.
you go out in the street, if your kid steps out in the street and you got to yank up, maybe that's a whipping just to teach you, hey, listen, this is a small pain, but this is nothing in comparison to the pain that you'll feel if you jump in front of a car. Things like that. But for mispronouncing the word, I think I'm out there, man. I think they should put him out and just let people just whip him and call it even, man. You put him up on the stockade like they used to do back in the day for a year, and if you have a bad day, you just go down and whoop his ass.
I think somebody gonna get them because they got like 10 to 12 years.
No, they got 22
No, they-
years. 22
Total?
years.
10. Somebody got 12 and someone got 10, right?
No. I think the wife got 12. Oh no, the wife got 13.
Okay.
And the husband got life. He's eligible for parole after 22.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So-
Good.
so he's
I
good
think
to go.
somebody gonna get
But
them.
my
though.
thing is this, though, right? They murdered that little girl.
Yeah.
They almost
did.
murdered that
They
little
got
girl.
second-degree murder. That's what
You know
they got,
I'm
and
saying?
torture.
It's like, man,
That's sick, man. That's really sick.
I
That's
feel
sick
like,
in the head.
see, people be think I'm crazy, but I feel like, man, we supposed to let them go. Hey, what's the biggest strip in town? And that's supposed to be an event.
Yeah.
We all come down to Market Street.
That reminds me
They
too
walk
much
through
of
them, and
too much of the lynchings back in the day, bro. But so we say this. I think we can agree, and I think that's it's a controversial topic, and you go ahead and let us know what you think down below in the comments section. There's a lot to be said about it. It's just a crazy world we live in. We'll talk more about that on the next episode. I got a feeling because there's going to be some more stuff that comes
I
up
got the
right now.
feeling.
I got the feeling we're going to turn it over to a positive moment from the brother Colton Crush.
How y'all doing out there? Yes. It's your brother Colton Crush, and this is my segment, A Moment with Colton Crush. And today's question would be I'm gonna put it on something positive. You know,
Here we
what
go.
do you love about being black? Yeah, black mean. I'm talking to you.
What do I love about
I'm
being
black
what do you
man.
love about being black?
You know what I love about being black?
That white people are afraid of him.
That's top. That's go. Hey, you good, brother?
you right.
Hey,
That's what
yeah,
you love
man.
about being black.
Nah, I don't.
Man.
It's up there though. I ain't gonna lie, man. Because look, the thing is this. But you gotta understand what I mean by that. For somebody to fear me and not even know anything about me, it's like it's funny to me. I start to thrive off that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, but that's not what I love about being black. I don't even want to go into that. What do I love about being black? I think I love.
I caught you off
Our
guard.
natural, I think I love our natural energy, like our natural rhythm, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Black people are rhythmic people, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual people, you know what I'm saying?
Man, so good.
You know what I'm saying? Well, what he say?
Dance.
He said, you know what I'm saying? I speak, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Inspiration.
I give information,
But I also
give inspiration. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love.
Rest in
about
peace to
being
brother
black.
Khalid
My
Muhammad.
brother Khalid Muhammad, rest in peace. You know, they killed the brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that though.
Okay. What about you, brother? Be focused.
What I love about being black.
Light skin, black.
Oh, see, there
Man.
you go.
Here come the division.
You know what I'm saying?
My bad,
That's how.
man.
That's
what's
how.
wrong?
It
You
My
starts.
bad, man.
Drinking the
That's-
Kool-Aid.
that's-
He's
that's-
drinking the
that's
Kool-Aid.
how it starts.
I know. Be focused. I'm with you, brother.
Hey, my fault, man. Hold on, man.
No.
We team brown skin over here, man. We team in between.
Hey, we gonna have none of this here on the black hand side.
Wait.
Hey, you got one drop in you, you a black man. So turn over your black hand.
That's right. Go ahead, be focused. What you love?
But what I think what I love about being black is being able to defy odds. I've always been a person who liked underdogs. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
to be able to beat a statistic or to be able to defy whatever odds may or barriers may be against us is a cool thing to me. So I think the best thing to me about being black is being able to conquer those types of things.
You know, okay, I dig that. I like
Right on.
that. I dig that.
And brother, Professor T.
You know what? That's interesting you say that, man, because I dig everything these brothers dig, but I never thought about necessarily what I love about being black. I just love myself. I love my people. I was raised as a black man, and everything that came at me, you know, the history, the knowledge, the perseverance that our people have had, endured slavery, made it through the other side. You know, we've had a lot of hardships, and as B Focus said, we're pushing through. I was just raised to love my people and be proud of who I am. If I had to say something about what I love the most about being black, it's just, you know, I love my people's energy and spirit, like Brother Mean said, but I love everything that our culture provides. I mean, I don't say this to be out there controversial, but I really do think that we are the purveyors of, you know, what's happening, what's hot in American culture. It all comes from our style, and that goes back from jazz music to dance styles to trends. You got it. So I'm just happy that my people are in a position to now we're starting to overcome, but it's going to be a long uphill battle.
Can I say one more thing, Colton Chris?
Go ahead,
Man, go
man.
ahead, Rockstar.
Man,
Go
I
on
got
ahead,
to be
man.
all that. I was just
Go on
gonna
ahead,
say, listen,
Rockstar.
man, I was born black. I
I'm gonna-
live black.
I'm probably
Black
going to die because I'm black.
Because some cracker better than all y'all niggas who knows I'm black. You know what I'm
Put a
saying?
bullet in the
Gonna
back
put a
of his
bullet in the
head.
back of my head.
What
Bunch.
about you,
Bunch.
brother? What you love about being black, man?
Me, Colton Crush loves about being black. I agree with everything you guys are saying. You know, you guys touched on many areas that I love for being black. So another area would be just the energy we bring. You know, when we out and we together and we really having a good time. You know, just the energy, the vibe that's there. There's nothing better than, you know, in all honesty, I can't speak for any other race because I'm not any other race. But I know when I'm amongst my people when we party and you feeling that black love, is nothing more realer than that.
It's some hoes.
You know, I didn't, I hang. Oh, no. See, you taking it there, bro. You taking it there.
You talking about partying and stuff, man.
I'm just saying, y'all was touching on all the other spots. Hey, I love partying with my people, man. You know my fam. You know we get down. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
I mean, I'm talking about the high school. I'm sorry, man.
But you know, I love the energy that we bring. I love our originality, our creativity, the pride that we have. Those who do know of self. You know, I love learning about us. I mean, honestly, I don't care what anybody says. You know, when it comes to slavery and your people's weak and it's not. Nah, you got to understand what we went through to endure something like that and survive. That's real. So to endure something like that and survive, then you got to understand that ancestors before them, how much strength they actually had as well.
I hear that.
Straight up, man. So our history is way before slavery. If you think that, you thinking wrong. That's out. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the real about where we come from. You know, our ancestors, what we brought to this world, period. So I just love everything about being black. I love my skin color, man. Sexy. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's the moment with Colton Crush. If y'all want to share out there, everybody out there in the social media world, y'all want to share.
I love being back.
You know what y'all love about being black.
Baby,
please do. Please do share that with us.
Where can they find us on the social media, brother?
You can check us out on Facebook at the Black Hand Side Show. Also on Instagram at the Black Hand Side Show. Also on YouTube, the Black Hand Side Show.
Yes, sir. All right. So we're almost out of time here for this edition of the Black Hand Side Show. We're going to close it with a little bit of Politico just because we got to keep y'all informed on what's going on in the world, because it's a crazy world, especially with the new Presidente of the United States. And we're going to close out with a little Trump time. We have one line about Trump to go out. So we could pick from a plethora of things because this man is acting a fool. But just in case you have family in Arizona or you're planning to take a trip to Arizona, you should know that the Arizona Senate has passed I don't think it's quite a bill yet, but they have passed a ruling saying that if you are caught protesting the immigration law or if you're caught protesting Donald Trump, that they will seize all of your assets. That's assets, black people. That's your car, that's your house, that's your bank accounts, et cetera, et cetera. They will seize your assets. Now, it sounds unconstitutional to me, but it's not the first unconstitutional thing he's done, so I wouldn't put it to the test, brother.
Did he just act
It's been passed?
Did he just act like the brothers didn't know what assets was? I guess they don't know how to get to the DMV.
According to the liberal white folks, we don't know how to get no ID neither, brother. I'm just saying. So,
hey, that's I don't know what that's totalitarianism. I mean, you can't protest to get.
Right, you can't protest. Your freedom of speech is gone. And if you do it, I don't know, brother. That's just the way.
Nobody in Arizona was paying attention.
Hey, they made a ruling. I don't think they had a choice. So they said, now here's the problem, right? Because they used a loophole. They tried to say that they're using it for quote unquote paid protesters because they think that people come in and start protests. But you know that's going to go right down the pipeline to brothers that look like you, to our Latino brothers and our Native American brothers that's hanging out in Arizona. So just be cognizant. You know, actually, I was in a class the other day, this is a side note, but it's related to the racism of Arizona, is Arizona has become the first state to ban from a state level the teaching of cultural studies in the public school system. They had the RASA program and a Black Studies program at the high school in which people involved in those programs, it was an elective class. They take these programs and they basically would learn more about their cultures that they came from, and they had a 92% graduation rate from people that were in those programs. And the Arizona state superintendent felt that it was anti-American because it teaches them to be a part of something rather than be American, so they banned it.
You know what else he said?
He said
that's out, man. He said cultural studies. That's out, man.
Ain't that about it? You know what?
Man, that's crazy.
Well, we'd like to thank y'all for joining us on this here Black Hand Side Show. We're going to be putting up a new episode soon. Tune in and go ahead and send us anything, your thoughts in the comment sections, anything you'd like to hear us talk about. And we love y'all. Peace and love. Peace out from Professor T, Colton Crush.
Yes, sir.
and Brother Black Mean.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. And be focused on the phone.
Peace.
Peace. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for joining us.
Hallelujah.